Hello YouTube, it's PS3 Gaming Scotland here and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are well and gaming lots. So in today's video we'll be looking at the sad news that the Nintendo Wii shop has finally closed its doors, and as of January the 30th 2019. Now this video will be going up after that date, so let's just quickly reminisce about the Nintendo Wii shop. The Nintendo Wii came out in 2008 and I played a lot of Nintendo games, Nintendo Wii Sports, which came free with the console, the fitness games that you had the balance board with, and there was lots of games that I bought from the online store, which I now will no longer be able to buy because the Wii shop has now closed down for good. With the Nintendo Wii shop closing its doors for the last time on January 30th 2019, that got me thinking about the problems with digital games and downloads in a more digital world. Now here are my problems with digital games. So first up, obviously with the news that Nintendo is closing down its online store where you can no longer buy Nintendo Wii games, that means that there's a lot of games out there that have been lost forever. So people all over the world are using emulators and ROMs to play old games, preserving these games for future generations, which in itself is not illegal, but the fact that this couple in America was actually hosting this illegal ROM and emulator site, which Nintendo didn't like, so they pursued them for £12 million, so they had to take the website down. So on one hand, yes, it was illegal and you should not be doing anything illegal in this world, but on the other hand, they were preserving games for future generations to play. Take that what you will, read into that what you will. I'm not going to say any more. So that's the problem with the online store closing and many other of these subscription based services closing down. Once they go down, all these games are lost for good. So the next reason as to why there's a problem with digital games and downloads is internet speeds and caps. Now through your ISP you get access to the internet. Now your level of internet connection can vary depending on where you stay, and it might get capped whether you're in the city or whether you're in a rural area. Internet connections can vary and may get capped, creating a problem if everyone went digital. One, so if you're in a rural area for example, you might not even have good enough internet to sustain or just to even get access to these online subscription services, and when and if you did get on, the service or internet service is that bad where you stay, you might not even be able to play these games digitally anyway. So there's two problems with the internet caps and the speeds varying depending on where you stay. The next one is even more microtransactions. So there's currently too many microtransactions in games at the moment, in physical games I'm talking about. So if they went down a cloud-based subscription service like the Xbox Game Pass or PlayStation Now, how are they going to pay for these games? So they're going to have to find a way to recoup the money that they're giving all these brand new games for free. So they're going to have to increase microtransactions in digital games, which is bad for the consumer but is good for the company, or read into that what you will. So the next reason is you don't technically own the game. With digital games you're buying a license to the game as long as you have access to the subscription service. Xbox Game Pass I think has unlimited access if you don't have it. PSN I think gives you 6 months, and Nintendo is up in the air with their online service at the moment. But so physical games are the only way to own the game outright. So anyway, number 5, trying to convince gamers of all ages to go fully digital. Now I think this would be a disaster if they went down the digital streaming service console route, because I think a lot of people will not buy it. Even if they were to endorse it with celebrities, they might get a few sales from that, but I think it's going to be very difficult or nigh on impossible. Think about the 40 plus years of history, memories, games and consoles that people have enjoyed that makes them all nostalgic about games or the gaming hobby that they love and adore, and all about the new games going forward that they're probably not wanting to play because it's digital. So trying to convince people to go fully digital would be nigh on impossible, if not really difficult. And me personally, I don't know if I'd continue gaming if it went fully digital. I know that's really hard for me to admit that. Number 6, so people will lose their jobs. So yes, online is cheaper and more convenient, but in a more digital world, if you're less likely to go into a shop and buy an item when you can get it cheaper online, then people are more likely to lose their jobs because you're not going in to buy items. Now I know on a tangent here, but there are certain items you can go in, or me personally I like to go in to I prefer to buy in a shop than actually buying it online. Like electrical appliances or clothes, I like to go in, look at the product, speak with somebody that knows about these things. Or for clothes, try on the clothes and buy the clothes, or at least if I know you can return items like clothes online, but it's more difficult and there's a lot of a faff to it. Whereas electrical appliances, you don't know if they are EU regulated or if they're genuine products from online, so there's an issue with that. And finally, it's difficult to return or lend a game to a friend. Now with physical games, say you get bored of the game, you can easily just put the game in its case and give it to a friend to play, whereas with digital games you cannot lend these games to friends or family to try out for themselves. They have to go and buy the game themselves, which is probably done deliberately so the company can make more money, but also difficult to return. Now I was looking online, now this quote is from the official PlayStation store. It says you can request a refund to your PSN wallet within 14 days from the transaction date, provided you have not started downloading or streaming your purchase. This got me thinking, because by pre-ordering the game from the online store or from PlayStation Store, it automatically downloads at release date, so you can't return your game. So technically they're offering you that service, but really deep down, if you look beneath the surface, you can't return your games. Now I know Steam gives you 2 hours to return your game if you're not happy and if you haven't downloaded it or used it, so there are differences there. So just to recap, for the problems for digital games and downloads, with the Wii shop closing down, a lot of games are lost forever. Yes, you can use emulation and ROMs, but if you're hosting these websites for ROMs and emulators, they are illegal and against the law. 2, internet speeds and data caps may vary depending on whether you're in the city or in a rural area. Number 3, even more microtransactions. They need to find money to recoup all these digital games that you're getting for free from the Xbox Game Pass and services like it. Number 4, you don't technically own the game, you're just buying a license as long as you have your PlayStation, the subscription service act. Number 5, trying to convince gamers to go fully digital would be nearly impossible. Think about all the years of history, memories, games and consoles that people of all ages have enjoyed. Number 6, people will lose their jobs if you're not spending money in the shop and you're rather spending it online. That shop's not getting money, so they're going to go down in price with like stock value, and people will eventually lose their jobs. Finally, number 7, difficult to return and lend to a friend. As I've said, you can return, but it's very difficult and convoluted to do so, and you also can't lend to a friend. So there you go guys, that has been problems with digital games and download. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thank you very much indeed for watching, hope you've enjoyed the video, and as always, I've been PH Gaming Scotland, and I'll see you on another video. Thanks very much indeed guys, bye bye.